I'm going to remain imperfect. You know why? Because we're all imperfect. That's what humanity is. That's what existence is. There's no such thing as perfect. It doesn't exist. It's a thing you make up thinking that you know what perfect is, but when you actually think about it, like, think about it right now. What is perfect to you? What do you want right now that you think would make you perfect? And I bet there's a bunch of it in there that you have no idea. And the thing is that the fallacy in this is that whatever you think makes you perfect, whatever you think in your head is going to make you perfect, like all these attributes that you could say right now that you say will make you perfect. Like if you just had this, I would be perfect. But then other people would start looking at you differently. Other people would look at you in a way that doesn't make you perfect. And that's the problem with it, is that somebody out there somewhere is going to dislike you no matter what you do in life. Anything you do, you could go out there and save millions and billions of people, and somebody out there is still going to be like, oh yeah, well they just did it for the glory, or something like that. Somebody's always going to poke at something you do, or you as a person, regardless of what it is. And that in and of itself makes you not perfect. To you, you may be, but how long will that last? Like in 10 years, will you still consider that version of yourself to be perfect? Perfection is an always moving goalpost. So I'll choose to remain imperfect because that's what I like about myself. I like that I'm not perfect. I like that I'm just out here having as much fun as I can and trying the absolute best that I can with what I have in the moment. And I will constantly be trying to do that. And that to me is what's perfect to me. You know, it's not even perfect. You know what that is? That's PMA. Trying my best with what I have in the moment every day. And sometimes that might not always work, but you know what? That's fine. And it's when you start realizing that as well. I'm going to go off on a psychological tangent here. It's when you realize that perfection is an illusion and you're never ever going to get there. But once you start trying your best and start loving yourself for who you are, the idea that you are already enough. What you are right now is already enough. You can do more and you can push things and you can be more ambitious and reach new horizons for sure. But who you are right now in this moment is absolutely enough. It is good enough right now for who you are. And that is your base plate. That's where you start stepping off. When you realize that you were enough, perfection is an illusion, and you just start trying your best, start loving yourself and taking care of yourself, then you can start loving the world as a whole. And you can start loving others a whole lot more. Because when you love yourself, loving everything else is easy. Loving yourself is one of the hardest things to do. And like genuine love for yourself. Not this narcissistic, egotistical love where you think you're hot shit and think you're amazing. But actual self-love where you think, you know what? I'm doing good. I'm doing my best and I am enough. Outside of that, that to me is perfection.